RBT family, what is the deal? It's your dog Willie Jack, and we are back, baby, back with more NFL action to discuss. How you doing? How you feeling? It's football Sunday. It's football Sunday, so your day at least started well. When it's football scheduled all day, your day started well. It can't start bad. Doesn't matter what's going on. Your wife left you, your kids that made a mess. Don't matter, because if nothing else, you got a full day of football today. So enjoy yourself, brother and sister. Enjoy yourself. Yes, sir. Hold on, man. I see somebody already in here, man. Texas Mapping, what's up, man? What's going on, bruh? He was counting down. He was counting down. What's going on, man? Shout out to my dog Texas Mapping in this thing, man. Who else in this thing? Oh, shout out to my dog Keandre in the building, man. What's going on, man? We live in this lit. He know what's going on. Good morning to the good people. Yes, sir. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Little sis in the building. What's going on? To the good people. What's up? Let's get it. Yeah, hey, he knows what's going on, man. Yeah, it's football Sunday. Come on now. Let's get it. He said this team play tonight. Okay. See, yeah. Okay. See, this is good. I'm not gonna lie. When my Steelers are playing first thing in the morning, you know what I mean? Like that first 12 o'clock game, it's a little stressful. You know what I mean? I kind of like when we play like Sunday night. You know what I mean? That way I get to just sit back and just enjoy all the games, take my time, and then that way, you know what I'm saying? When it's game time for me and my dogs, you know what I mean? I'm ready to go. Hold on, Sunday night. So, the Chargers. Okay, yeah. Chargers and KC tonight. Okay. Hey, Texas, how y'all gonna do against the Chiefs? I said Chargers and Chiefs. Yeah, Chargers and Chiefs tonight. Yeah. How you feeling about that game tonight, Texas Mapping, man? Your Chargers on the road to Kansas City, man. What you feeling like? My dog Chop in the building, man. What's up, man? Ooh, calling for a Bills upset. Okay, hold on, who the Bills got? Okay, Bills and Rams. He would call for that one. He would call for that one. Okay. I like where y'all at this morning. You know what I'm saying? I like where y'all at this morning. Y'all must have got up and had y'all coffee. Yeah, buddy. Now, I say the same thing every week, but we're going to say it again. It's a couple new faces. Now, I know this is primarily an NFL network. This is primarily an NFL show. But, we got to talk a little. We got to do our college spotlight, man. We got to do our college spotlight. The college football playoffs are coming up pretty soon. This past weekend, we just had a lot of the major conferences had their conference championship games. So I don't know if y'all tuned into any of that, but I keep track of them. I keep pace, all that type of thing. Oh, man, hold on, man. And my dog, Tom done got up. Wait a minute. Y'all done woke Tom up. Hey, Texans by 24 this week. But the Texans playing themselves this week. Texas at home playing with themselves this week. Hey, get a dub any way you can, boy. I ain't mad at you, man. Get a dub any way you can. Oh, yeah. Texas Mapping his Chargers play the Chiefs tonight. He said Allen Robinson fell off a cliff. We forgot all about. Where Allen Robinson playing at? I forgot about him too since he left it. Since we let him go with the Steelers last year. Oh, he did go. He did go to the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers did end up picking him up just a couple weeks ago. Oh, my dad Chop said he fired up. Hey, he had a little McGriddle, little Juice, little OJ. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was going to go over this college football playoff stuff real quick. I ended up watching, who did I watch last night? I watched SMU and Clemson for whatever reason. I don't know. That's the one I turned on. I don't know why I didn't watch Oregon Penn State or didn't watch it closely, but I think the Clemson SMU game came on first and I turned it on. And so then I just felt obligated to see it through. So I was kind of bouncing back and forth a little bit once that Oregon game came on. But SMU, man, came back in it. They started out getting waxed. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know if y'all seen Cam Newton earlier this week on ESPN. And he was talking about, like the college football playoff. There's a lot of, I guess, smaller teams in this year's ranking or in the mix for sure. SMU was ranked number 8 in the last poll. Boise State number 10. Indiana is number 9. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of new a lot of new faces. You know what I'm saying? In this year's, the top 10 of this year's playoff countdown or playoff rankings and that sort of thing. A lot of new faces. Some of those old blue bloods are kind of getting moved around, or maybe not just not getting put in there. SMU being one of those teams. And that's really why I wanted to watch the SMU game, especially when they number 8. They right down the road. I'm right here in Dallas. So I was like, okay, let me check SMU out. I haven't really watched much of them, honestly. And they come out getting smacked. And I'm like, man, look, it just looked bad. It was like 21-7, I want to say at one point. Long story short, they come back. They make a hell of a rally in the second half. There's 20 or so some odd seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the game is 24-31 Clemson. So SMU's down a touchdown. SMU drives, throws a touchdown in the left side of the end zone. Just a I don't know, I'll call it just an out route. I don't know if he was on the slot or just on the boundary out the left. But anyway, long story short, good ball, good catch, toe drag swag on the left sideline right there. Touchdown, SMU. So now it's 31-30 against Clemson. You be getting your ass beat. Excuse me, it's too early to be cursing. You be getting your head beat in all day until you come back and make it a game. And so instantly right then, Chop probably know what I'm finna say. Go for 2. Go for 2, man. Don't play around with it. Don't play around, man. Go for 2. Go win the game right now. Go win this game right now. You was overmatched for the bulk of this game. You had to fight and claw and scratch to get back in it. You take the momentum. You get that late touchdown drive. Kill them right now. Because y'all can't, you have to appreciate just how deflating that moment is for the other team, for that other defense. You riding high on all the energy in the building is yours right now. Capitalize on it. Go for 2, SMU. But nah, you don't. You play it safe. You play for overtime. You tie it up. You give the ball back to Clemson. Clemson gets one big completion and then a career-long 56-yard freaking field goal later. There's your ball game. You know what I mean? And now you lose your ACC championship because of that moment. And it's not a guarantee, of course, that you're going to make the 2-point conversion. It's not a guarantee. But your destiny's in your own hands at that point. That's what people don't understand. Your destiny's in your own hands. Don't give your destiny to the other team. And I'm a defensive player. I'm a defensive guy. But defense doesn't control the flow of the game. Offense controls the game. Period. And I know we like to trick ourselves and convince ourselves on defense that like, nah, man, we're an attacking defense. Well, guess what? No, we're not, dog. Defense inherently is reactionary. So that means we don't have to, we're stopping someone. We're not attacking, we're reacting. You know what I'm saying? So when you give the other team the ball, like defense can't start until what? Till the offense does. So we're chasing inherently. Out the gate, we're chasing on defense. So nah, man, win or lose this game with the ball in your hand. That's how I feel. You kick it back, you think you're going to play safe. You was getting your head beat in for most of this game anyway. And then look, a career-long kick from a college kicker, 56 yards, and there's your ball game. And then you were ranked number 8. I don't know how the college football playoffs are going to shake out. The top 12 make the playoffs. Maybe they drop you out to 12. They didn't want you there anyway. A lot of people didn't want you there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to see it, man. And you know what? Hey, shout out to RTC in the building, man. Because this is where I was going with RTC. This is why that, like, I don't always agree with every aggressive decision that Dan Campbell makes. Because sometimes, even for me, Chop knows I'm a go for it type of guy. If we feeling like it, man, let's do it then. They gonna have to show us. We can't get 2 yards. Tell them show me then. Because we can get 2. That's how I feel. Chop no. But even Dan Campbell be having me like, damn, dog, you show? All right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn it down. I ain't gonna turn down no fade. But I'm just, hey, sometimes like, do we really need this one, Dan? But this is why I can't fault Dan Campbell. Because if I'm a coach, there would be no worse feeling for me than knowing I had a chance to kill him right then. No, if I'm SMU's head coach this morning, I didn't sleep last night, and I didn't think about how bad we played in the first quarter, turnovers, getting our feet steady underneath of us. Maybe the moment was a little too big for us on this stage. All of that. I'm not losing sleep over that. I'm not losing sleep about being down 3 scores. I'm not losing nothing. I'm losing sleep over. I gave the ball back with, I don't even know if it was 12 seconds. Maybe it was a 13-second Patty Mahomes magic type of style of play for Clemson. I don't know. But I gave them the ball back, and I had, you know what I'm saying? I had the game in my hand. I took the game out of my hand and put it in their hand. That's what drives me crazy. Because we lost anyway. Hindsight's 2020, but we lost anyway. So what's the lesson learned? Oh, hey, come on, man. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to my dog Keandre, man. Shout out to my dog Keandre, man. There we go. There we go. But the point is, we lost anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if losing is going to be an option, and we could pick, how do we lose? We lose with the ball, we lose controlling our own destiny, or we lose giving it to them and hoping they mess up. No, I don't never want to do that. I ain't Duck Manfay, bro. I don't want to win and lose based on what the other team does. They couldn't handle it. I don't like that. Don't even feel right to me. Maybe that's just me. That don't feel good, man. Hell no. I want all mines. I'm going to get mines. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, hey, RTC knew exactly where I was going, man. So for all the smoke we give Dan Campbell, people give Dan Campbell, even in this last game, that Packers game, awesome game. We talked about it Wednesday. I was like, man, hey, that's Sunday. Hey, that's gonna be a banger. And it sure was. Matter of fact, let's put it up on the board. I was going to talk a little bit more about some of college football, but it's then led us here. So here we are. Dan Campbell. It's fourth down. You start Detroit, similar kind of game. Detroit starts out with a pretty firm hand, I think, in this Green Bay game, especially the early going. Now, Green Bay had a couple unfavorable calls. The offensive pass interference on their first touchdown attempt that took a touchdown away. I didn't like that call. I didn't like it. They called a pick play, but I didn't like that one, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It's not the worst of those I've seen. My Steelers have been on the other side of a couple of those as well. But still, I didn't think it would. So Green Bay's already fighting an uphill battle in this one. You know what I'm saying? But they get themselves back in this game. Shout out to Josh Jacobs, dog. Shout out to Josh Jacobs. Strong in the run game. 18 for 66, but 3 big touchdowns in this game. But anyway, I say all that to say, blase, game happens. It's 31-31. Detroit has the ball. They're driving. They get stopped on the 3rd and short. So now they're still within good field goal range. I believe it was going to be a 39-yard field goal, 39, 40-yard field goal if they go for it on that 4th down. Dan Campbell calls timeout. In my mind, I'm like, Dan, look, man. Dan, hey, man. Because it was 3rd and 2. They get stopped, and I think now it turned into a 4th and 4. Or was it like a 4th and 3? Or maybe they just got whatever it was. Let's just leave it at the 4th. Let's just leave it at 4th and 2 now, right? Dan calls timeout. I'm like, Dan, are you for real, Dan? It's less than 40 yards, Dan. Like, it's less than 40 yards. What really are we doing? To see what the thing was, it was like 40 seconds left on the clock or 39 seconds on the clock, something like that. Y'all can correct me in the comments if you know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm talking about. But Dan Campbell was thinking, okay, we kicked this field goal. Jordan Love laced this hole from 60 yards. So none of that's safe. There's enough time for them to get back. Like, he's thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, I don't want to get him back the ball at all. Kill him right now. So I can't be mad at it, Dan. So when Dan says, no, run it back. Run it back. Hell no. They just stopped us on 3rd and 2. They got us messed up. Run it back, man. Hell no. Go get it. And lo and behold, they go get it, man. 4 yards later, now they can kill all the time on the clock. They kicked that field goal from 35 yards now. It went from a 39-yard field goal to 35. So now we can kick this field goal as time expires, as opposed to, and I ain't even going to say nothing up, man, because 4th down, less than 30 seconds to go, you at the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even, I'm not going to go too hard on that one. But shout out to Dan Campbell, boy. I'm telling you what, man. Those is adamantium coconuts, boy. I don't know what else to tell y'all. What my dog Chop said, man, he said, great game. Hey, let him hang, boy. Somebody got to call to check on Dan Campbell. I know his back hurt. I'm telling you. I know his back hurt, man. Shout out to Dan Campbell, dog. But he said, he was like, I'm not giving them no space. Nothing, man. They can't get nothing. Go get it. Good. We got it. I knew we was getting it. Guess what now? Let the time run down. Boom. 35 yards for the win. No time back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing that game. We done all heard the legend of Patty Mahomes 13 seconds, man. We done all, everybody, so don't play that game. Go win the game right now. So that's what, when I watched that SMU game last night, I thought about Dan Campbell. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought about Dan Campbell, dog. And it's for reasons like that. It's for reasons like that, man. RTC, man, he came back in the building, man. How Justin Tucker struggles impact the championship run for the Ravens? I tell you why the Ravens ain't on no championship run, big dog. In case y'all forgot, hold on, let me my microphone together. The Ravens ain't gonna win no championship because they play with the Steelers division, dog. Come on, man, they gotta get past the guys, and it ain't gonna happen. There is no championship run for the Steelers, or excuse me, for the Ravens. RTC done threw me off this morning asking these foolish questions. Championship run for the Ravens? Boy, you crazy as hell. I had to make sure y'all hear me in the back. Y'all crazy as hell. The Ravens championship run? Huh. Hell no. Ain't gonna happen. I don't give a damn if Justin Tucker was still kicking from 99% from 70 yards away. Ain't gonna happen. Not on my block. Nah, hell no, man. The biggest impediment to a Ravens championship run is they in the same division with the Steelers, dog. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's big nation business this way, man. Hey, it's still big nation business over here now. It's still big nation business. What my dog Chop said, that puts so much pressure on the defense knowing you got to stop a team 4 times versus 3. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 4 attempts to 10 yards is 2 touchdowns. Man, exactly right, bro. Exactly right. The most elementary offenses can most times they can manage 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 3 yards in a cloud of dust might get you to 4th and 1, and that might get you a punt. But just like my dog Chop said, but if you know the other team's got 4 chances, well, shit, 3 yards 4 times is 12 yards. 3 yards in a cloud of dust 4 times is 12 yards. And it is a lot of pressure for a defense. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, so it really is, man. Like I don't know, man. I just don't think enough coaches take advantage of the active energy, man, in the building, dog. When SMU came back in that game, came back. I'm not gonna say took over the whole game, but when they came back, they get that late touchdown, phenomenal throw, great catch, little toe drag swag on the left sideline from the college dude at SMU. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everything is maxed right now. We're never gonna have more energy, more momentum, more power, more confidence than right now. Let's go get it right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I be feeling, man. What my dog Keandre said, only teams worth talking about in the championship capacity is Detroit, Kansas City. You ain't watching enough football. Because you're going to tell me we shouldn't talk about the Eagles? You ain't going to tell me we should talk about the Bills? Boy, you crazy as hell. Eagles and Bills, legit. And, hate to hurt your feelings this morning, Keandre, if we ranking the Eagles, Bills, Lions, and KC, guess who's last in that group? Who feels Kansas City is better right now than any of those other ones? Who's picking Kansas City to beat Detroit right now? Besides Keandre. Who's picking Kansas City to beat Philly right now? Besides Keandre. Hell no. I wouldn't pick Kansas City to beat the Bills right now either. So no, bro. Y'all ain't at the top of that mountain. Y'all not at the top of the mountain, man. Hell no. David Lee in the building. What's up? He says it's a great game. The DC did his thing. Hey, Steelers always do good in the season, but the playoff, hey, that's fair. That's fair. That's how you gonna do. That's how you get up early this morning, cutting it. That's how you cut me deep like this. You go straight to the bone. You cut me straight. All right, look. This is a fair comment though. My Steelers haven't had the same success in the playoffs. This is true. But now I ain't gonna make no excuses for us. Because he's right. He's right, man. When you're right, you're right. We got to get one done, man. I can give y'all a whole bunch of pretty statistics. I can give y'all a whole bunch of pretty reasons. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, my sister in the building. Kiara, tell everybody what a reason is in the chat. A reason is a pretty excuse. And we don't play none of them. I ain't even gonna give y'all no pretty reasons, man. Because that's too close to an excuse. We got to get it done. Cut and right. Hey, we got to get it done, man. We got to get it done. But this year, oh, we back. We back. I got a real live quarterback right now. Russell Wilson slinging that thing. Russell Wilson back in the kitchen. He ain't been in the kitchen since about 2016. He back cooking now, though. Yeah, he back cooking this year, though. So we back. We back. Insert Grubhub commercial. I must have missed something in the chat. Oh, no faith in the Saquon? No faith in the Eagles and Saquon. That Eagles defense is playing damn good. That Eagles defense is studly, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some Jalen Carter. My dog Chop probably remember. I can't believe Jalen Carter didn't go number 1 in that draft when he came out. They let him fall all the way to 10 to the Eagles. I thought it was a criminal. I thought it was a crime. The two young guys in the secondary, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, balling. Both of them, studly. Zach Bond is having an all-pro year as a journeyman. Now he's an all-pro now with Vic Fangio on that defense, outside linebacker, stack backer. Like, man, they got something cooking in Philly. And that's the defense, right? Saquon is doing everything he wants to on the football field, cutting. Ain't nobody, Saquon looked like he should break 2,000 yards this year. So I ain't gonna lie to you now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't get on board with the Eagles. I can't get on board with the Eagles not going nowhere. I think that's too strong. I think that's too strong, man. These Eagles is the Eagles doing their thing right now. They look damn good. Eagles look borderline scared. I mean, how do you stop them? Because we did all this talking about Saquon and the defense. We still ain't like AJ Brown still over there somewhere. And when his number get called, he show up every time. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, hey, look, Devontae Smith, you know what I'm saying? He a little beat up, a little injured. He supposed to be playing, he's playing today though. But nah, them boys both show up. If Jalen could get on the ball, they both show up every time. So, hey, man, the Eagles now, hey, that offensive line, we ain't even mention them. My goodness. They got real furniture movers up front. I don't know, Kim Folk. You got to take another look at them Eagles now. Them Eagles ain't playing around. RTC said if he had a power ranking right now, Lions, Bills, Eagles, Chiefs. You know what? Let me see what mine is. I've been playing with one. Because I'm gonna probably update one as we get kind of closer to the end of the year. Or maybe we should talk about it. Matter of fact, man, if y'all in here right now, give me if you had to give me a power ranking, I think Keandre done brought it out of us. My dog Keandre done brought it out of us. So I think in my current power ranking right now, I'm gonna do one better than that, RTC. I think number 1 for me, I got Lions, Eagles at the top. And I'm not gonna lie. There was a part of me that wanted to that almost put the Eagles at the top, man. Just the way they look, the way they constructed. The Lions are real. The Lions got 13 people on IR. My goodness, and all of them on defense. I think the Lions, they got like 13 people on IR. I think 8 or 9 of them are defensive players. So like, man, the Lions are kudos, and we're not giving enough, I guess, commendations to what they're doing, like playing this well, sustaining this level of success through all these injuries, drastic injuries. Aiden Hutchinson was on track for 30 sacks before he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's out. You just brought Zadarius Smith in there 3 weeks ago. He had a big sack on Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of moving pieces on that defense, and they're still playing damn well. But the way the Eagles are looking like a machine now, man, I contemplated putting them at the top, but I was like, nah, man, respect the guys who've been there from the gate, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got Lions 1, Eagles 2. I've got Bills 3, RTC. I got Bills 3. Now check this out. Right now, I got the Packers at 4. I got the Packers at 4, man. I got Chiefs at 5. I got Packers 4, Chiefs at 5, man. And I'm not gonna lie, because if I take away the name, just the name and face value, y'all can't tell me what scares y'all about the Chiefs, other than knowing they got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. What's the threat? What scares y'all? Y'all not gonna tell me that the Chiefs are more dangerous than the Packers. Just not. Now, my dog Chop in the building, he up this morning. He knows I love Mr. Jordan Love, man. And Jordan Love did not disappoint. No, it wasn't his best game against Detroit. Jordan Love I'm talking about. I think he only threw for 200 yards. He only threw for 200 yards. But boy, I tell you, Jordan Love throws some lasers, dog. Jordan Love makes like 2 throws a game that I'm just like, God damn. I just be looking around like, did anybody see that? Oh, Chop know what I'm talking about. Chop text, we got a little group chat, of course. Chop text the group chat Thursday night like, shit, hey, y'all see that throw? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see that? Yes, man. That's what Jordan Love does. You ain't gonna tell me the Packers aren't more of a threat than the Chiefs? Shit. Take the Packers, man. Packers at 4. Still, in my book. And then I got Chiefs at 5. And then, we can get to the rest of it if we want to. But I'm not mad at this, though. Because I do respect the Chiefs and what they've done as well. Because, like me and my dog Keandre talk about, all that other stuff always sounds good. Did you win the game? And the Chiefs are winning the games, bro. So I still got to give them respect. Because winners win. At the end of the day, everything else sounds good, sounds cute, but winners win, dog. And the Chiefs are winners. 2-time defending champ. So I still got to give them that respect. But I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. RTC, Mahomes not good this year. Not at all. Not at all, man. And I'm telling you, like, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm winding up. I'm working on some rankings and stuff as we close out the season. I'm going to do I did like a mid-season kind of positional ranking and power ranking and all that. So I'm going to do the same thing once we get to the last of, I'm trying to wait till we get through the end of this, the meaningful games. Because who knows who's going to really still have something to fight for or play for week 17. So week 17 may not even mean nothing. Depending on who you are, week 16 might mean nothing. So I'm going to do my final kind of power ranking, positional ranking thing, as we get nearer. But right now, I mean, if you blinded me from Patrick Mahomes' resume and you just had me look at his play this year, would you call him would he be a top 10 quarterback this year? If we didn't have all those other caveats of the things we know he's done, the things we know he can do, the things that if we took all of that away and we just looked at how many games y'all have played, Keandre? I think Keandre said y'all 11-1. If we looked at the 12 games from Patrick Mahomes this year, is he a top 10 quarterback this year? I don't know, man. I don't know, honestly. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. RTC, the defense carrying. It's been a defensive team for 3 years. They've been a defensive team since they traded Tyreek Hill. Now, it's crazy to say that because they still been winning They've won 2 championships since then, too. But the offense has never recovered, dog. I don't care what nobody says. That offense has never recovered since Tyreek Hill left that building. They still winning. They still winning championships. But the offense has never gotten back to who and what they were. Cal just said, where's his dog Isaiah at this morning? The pit chunks loud. Hey, Keandre got to be desperate. He calling for a charger. He said he needs a Chargers fan for some help. He said he needs a Chargers fan for some help. That's how bad it's getting this morning. Hey, talk to him, Jack. Talk to him, Chop. Talk to him, Chop. Come on, talk to him, Chop. We actually got a Super Bowl winning quarterback right now, bro. Thank you, dog. I wasn't gonna make them excuses, Chop. I wasn't gonna make them excuses, dog, because at the end of the day, we show up ready to play. We show up ready to win. But, hey, Chop said it, so I can say it. Dog, it was Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Biscuit. Bro, I went to the playoffs one year with Duck Hodges. A quarterback named Duck Hodges was my quarterback one year, and we went to the playoffs. Like, what did you want from us? What do you want us to do, man? What do you want us to do? Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph? You know what I'm saying? found a way to win 10 games and make the playoffs with these characters. What's the over-under? That group of 4. Duck Hodges out the league, matter of fact, so I'm not even going to leave him in there. Kenny Pickett, Mr. Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph. Over-under for the rest of their careers, will that group have 5 starts? 5 as a collective for the rest of their careers. Shit. I don't think so. Those are the guys I took to the playoffs. Those are the guys I took to Buffalo in the playoffs. That's the guy. Those are the guys I took. Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph. What'd you want us to do, man? It's Big Josh at home in the snow. And we made it a game now. There was a part of that game where we made it a little dicey. And then we got out of there. You know, and then Big Josh did what he does. RTC, man, he said 2 more till 60. Hey, somebody tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Somebody tell a friend to tell a friend. We need 2 more to 60. Come on now. Hold on, let me catch up on my chat. Oh, man, look at this guy. Look at this guy, man. Hey, Saquon balling, bro. I ain't never not gave him his credit, but y'all be want to give him too. Y'all just want to give him too much. Y'all want to talk too much about what you think he can do. I want to talk about what's he done. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna talk the hard facts, we gotta talk about what we need to put on the tape. You know what I'm saying? What's he actually done? It all sounds good, like, you know what I'm saying, but at a certain point, potential can only go so far in the conversation. Now, he went from potential to actuals. Now we can talk about it. You know what I mean? We can talk about it now. Ooh, Tom said, hot take, the line's not that good. Hell no, Tom. You're not just gonna drop that off and then just back away to the corner. You gotta explain yourself. You gotta explain yourself, Tom. Because you gotta explain this to me. Because when I see the Lions, and mind you, they got 13, I think they got 13 people on IR is the statistic I've seen, and I think 8 or 9 of them are on defense. And of that 8 or 9 on defense, I think 5 or 6 of those guys had starts. They were either full-time or part-time starters. They lost real bodies. You know what I'm saying? They've lost real bodies over there. And you know what they still did? Man, held Jordan Love to 200 yards passing. Held Josh Jacobs to less than 70 yards rushing. Dog, on offense, they can beat you any way they want to. Jared Goff might throw for 400, or David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs may run for 200. Shit, if it's the right day against the right defense, they might go for 200 apiece. Like, I see the Lions, the offensive line, Studley, you know what I'm saying? Panay, man, come on, man. Where's the weakness? Where's the weakness, dog? I don't know, man. When you say they not, you gotta explain yourself, Tom. You gotta explain yourself, dog. NFL questionnaire. Yo, hey, what's up, man? I don't recognize his name. You must be new, man. Hey, welcome. Go ahead, sit down and get real comfortable, big dog. Somebody say, what's up, the NFL questionnaire? Oh, he gave me a ranking as well. Okay, I'm catching up in the chat, man. My fault, y'all. He's got Lions, Eagles, Bills, Steelers, Vikings, Chiefs, Chargers, Ravens, Packers, and Texans. NFL questionnaire. Hey, welcome. What's your name? Where you from? Now, we know your name. Where you from and who's your team, big dog? Okay, there. Hey, new sub. I was about to say, man, I didn't recognize that name, man. Hey, appreciate you, homeboy. I want to talk about his list, though. This is a very interesting list. For myself personally, I really looked at where to put the Steelers. Like this in my current power ranking, I've got the Steelers at 7. I've got the Steelers at 7. I've got Lions, Eagles, Bills, Packers, Chiefs. I went ahead and went Vikings, and then I went Steelers. And then I might as well finish it out. Then I went Ravens 8. I've got the Bucks at 9. Bucks at 9, Chargers at 10. Bucks at 9, Chargers at 10. And I'll explain myself. I know on the surface, it doesn't all make sense. But this is interesting. The Steelers at 4, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. One game, we've won 1 less game than the Vikings. We've won 2 less games than the Chiefs. But honestly, right now today, man, I feel like we're better on offense and defense. I mean, for the eye test, for what that's worth. Now, we got to play this game on the grass. But you're not going to tell me, man, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, dog. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate it. Chargers at 7. Chargers over Ravens is hard for me, NFL questionnaire, because the Ravens went to LA and spanked them. So it's hard for me to rank them when they've got a recent head-to-head. Even if it's like a head-to-head that happened in week 2 and now it's week 14 and the dynamics on both teams have changed. And so maybe that head-to-head matchup isn't as relevant if there's been drastic changes in the offense or defense or injuries. And so maybe if it's a week 2 win or loss, maybe it's not as relevant. The Ravens just spanked the Chargers like 2 weeks ago. So that one's still fresh enough that I can't put the Chargers ahead of the Ravens when they've got a recent head-to-head ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. But I don't hate the guys that you've listed. I do think you're a little low on those Packers. I think the Packers and the Vikings could be switched. And then I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, shout out to my dog Tom in the building. He's a Texans fan. Texans at 10. I don't know if I've seen anybody necessarily that high on the Texans right now because they've been in like a little funk, man. They've been in a funk and they just still haven't gotten all the way out of it. And so I've got the Buccaneers in my top 10. And I've got more confidence in the Buccaneers right now than I do the Texans. And it's not a matter of necessarily talent. Well, no, you know what? Mike Evans is back healthy. Nico Collins is back healthy as well, but he's been gone for so long. And you know, Baker and CJ, I like both those guys. Bucky Irvin, the rookie from Tampa Bay, he's playing his ass off. But Joe Mixon's been a stud all year, so you know what? They are probably closer than I was giving the credit at first. So I guess I don't necessarily hate it, but I don't know, man. The Texans got there's some type of bad mojo going on in Houston right now. Maybe my dog Tom will let me know what's up, but something's not clicking in Houston right now, man. I don't know what it is. My dog Chai said the Giants defense has not been playing well. Sleuth the injury. I'm not sure what that spell check word is supposed to be. Playing well with injuries. If they don't fix the Eagles, will get them. And yeah. So that's my point. Yeah, like they're still scrappy. They're still playing damn good. Like holding that. I mean, the final score is 31-34 in that Packers Detroit game. But dog, that defense with all those injuries, dog, and that defense has still been. They've still done enough. Like they haven't turned it to the Bengals defense. Like that's what can happen. That's why, and you know that's good. I'm glad you brought that out of me, child. I was trying to figure out a way to explain it. The way the Lions are injured and beat up and just without real bodies on defense, like they could have turned into the Bengals, but they didn't. Because that's the Bengals could be the Lions. Can drop 30 on just about anybody, but it can drop damn near 40 on just about anybody when they want to. But the problem is they can't stop the other team from scoring 41. Or they scored 30, they can't stop the other team from scoring 31. You know what I mean? And so the Lions defense could have turned into the Bengals defense, and then it's a, you know what I'm saying? Then who knows what this season looks like. But they found a way to still compete, to still stay in the fight, to still make plays. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I gotta give them credit, man. Hey, NFL questionnaire, man, who's your team, dog? I know he's not feeling the Chiefs, but who's your team? Let me know. My dog KRJ said, man, he said, enough of this, man. He got to jab back, baby. Jab back. Let's go, man. Shout out to my dog, man. He said, Chris Jones and that Tomahawk defense don't worry you. No. They definitely do. You must not watch Jason think everybody going to be okay. Aha. No, the defense is legit. It is, but is that defense, like, why am I more scared about Chris Jones and his defense than y'all are about TJ Watt, Cam Hayward? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Chris Jones, and who else on that defensive line? Karlaftis? Who else is up there with Chris Jones? I got 4 real guys up front. TJ, Cam Hayward, my young guy, Nick Herbert, killer. Alex Highsmith may be one of the most underrated defenders in football, especially as a pass. You know what I'm saying? Bro, my front 4 versus Chris Jones and friends. I'll take my front 4. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my front 4. And then I like the linebackers y'all got. I like the young linebackers. Nick Bolton went to Mizzou, man. MIZ. You know what I'm saying? So I like Nick Bolton. I really like Leo Chenal. Man. I like a good trash man. You know what I mean? I like a good just kind of, you know what I mean? I like Leo Chenal a lot. But how much better are they than Patrick Queen and my backers? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, for me, linebackers are even enough or a wash. And then in secondary, y'all got Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie's a stud. But the rest of those guys, I mean, they solid. They play really well. They play really well together. Shout out to Spagnuolo. But outside of McDuffie, like, I'm not losing sleep over Jalen Warren or no, excuse me. What's the other corner y'all got out there? And he's solid, but I'm not losing sleep over the rest of those guys. So when you tell me the Chiefs defense is Chris Jones, and then it's a lot of solid dudes. How many more studs are over there on defense though, Keandre? Chris Jones is a stud, bona fide stud. How many other studs are over there? You got Chris Jones, and then a whole bunch of cool, like a whole bunch of solid dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, so y'all not if we ranking like defenses that worry me, it's a few before I get to the Chiefs defense. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, but they still nice. Yeah, they still nice. My dog Ma said so. He Trent Dilfer. I'm not. Maybe I missed your. Oh, hey Ma, I didn't know you was in here, bro. Good morning. Top of the morning. I might have missed your earlier comment because I'm not sure what you got going on. He said, "Stop." Bro, I'm telling the truth, bro. Bro, I'm telling the truth. He said he won last year with nobodies. Yeah, he did. Does that change what I'm saying? I'm not saying he didn't win last year. I'm not saying he didn't win the last two. I'm not saying he can't win this year. It doesn't change objective observation of what they're putting on grass or turf for 60 minutes. It doesn't change that. It's still the same. So you want to tell me that he's not, well, no, Patty's not playing like shit this year. He won a championship last year. What's that got to do with him playing this year, dog? What's that got to do with him leading the league in interceptions this year? Because he won last year. I'm not saying that's what he's talking about Trent Dilfer. See, y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. What's what he did last year? Why does that affect what he's doing this year on grass when we're watching? So his league leading picks this season, we should cut him in half because he won the championship last year? Those are two separate conversations, dog. He won last year. He won the last two. Kudos. Now I got to kiss his ass this year? I got to overlook a league leading interception thrower because last year he won? No, I can't still objectively critique his play this year. It don't put him above critique. Come on, man. Y'all tripping, man. My dog Keandre, he said, we're a complete team. Do what we need to do when we need to do it. And our record speaks to that. Let me think about that. When you say complete team, well, I guess I think the only thing I would say to that, Keandre, like y'all, the biggest thing, like y'all definitely find a way to win. I didn't mean to make this morning just like everybody bag on the Chiefs. I wasn't trying to go for that. You know, I wasn't trying to go for that. But I think with myself and maybe I ain't even gonna speak for nobody else. I think for myself, what I'm trying to say is like, bro, this is a week by yo yesterday ain't got nothing to do with my tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Like Miles, imagine somebody disrespect you. You and your old lady, y'all out in the Cal Mall. You know what I'm saying? You out somewhere with, you know what I'm saying? You out somewhere with my nephew, and somebody crossed the line. And before you squabble, somebody else off to the side, like, hey man, you better chill. He knocked two people out yesterday. So what's that got to do with my fate right now? You feel me? You see where I'm going? Y'all telling me about who he beat up last week. I'm in his face right now. He got to show me right now. Last year, he knocked out two people. That's crazy. Yeah, okay. What's he going to do today? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that matter today? That's what I'm saying. Like when Tyson fought Holyfield or Lennox Lewis, imagine if everybody was like, man, you know what Tyson was doing in 91 and 92? Yeah, he was a champ. He was knocking fools out. That's cool. He got to get in the ring today, though. Who's he today? That's all I'm saying. Who is he today? They won last year. Kudos. Guess what happened this year? It's a new season this year. Guess what happened in the new season this year? He's been leading the league in interceptions for over half the season. He had a negative touchdown to interception rate to start the season. He had more picks than touchdowns at a point in the season, dog. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. These are. I'm not offering opinions on it. These are facts. These are statistics. Anybody with access to Google Chrome can get on NFL.com and pull these stats. That's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. Not to say that they can't win, don't win, or won't win again, but on that journey, we can still talk about how they got there. That's all I'm saying. Come on, man. Hey, man. Hey. He said, question to even rank them scrubs. Mason, Pickett, Mitch. Yeah, you probably right. You probably right. Let me catch up on these comments, man. No, right. I didn't take none of that away from y'all, man. I didn't take none of that away from y'all. Y'all still got all of that. And in the midst of all of that, Patty's leading the league in interceptions. Can both things not be true? That's all I'm saying. Can both things not be true? Come on, man. How does me observing Patty turning over the ball at a league-leading rate, how does me making an observation about that take away from everything you just said right there, dog? I'm not taking away from that. Both things can be true. Y'all the reigning champ? Yeah. Defending champ? Yeah. You're 11-1? Yeah. Does Patty lead the league in interceptions? Yeah. They all are true. All those things are true. I'm not taking away from that. Y'all, like I said, I'm not taking away from that, dog. Come on, man. My bad, man. I didn't mean to do that to y'all. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. My bad. I got behind, man. I got the rambling. He said that defense gonna let him get down. Goff's still not good when you make him move his feet. Yeah, I mean. Okay, then talking about that defense. Yeah. And the playoffs teams get pressure on Goff. And see, that's the thing too, though. They've got to answer for that. They've got to answer for that as well. Because Sonic and Knuckles, Demo and Jahmyr Gibbs, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, y'all want to blitz Goff? Y'all want to bring in your blitz packages? You want to bring in an extra nickel and bring somebody off a slot? Well, that's cool. Guess what we're gonna do now? Well, now it's big boy ball. Now we're gonna get behind 58 on the right side, and we just gonna run down your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why the Lions, like, if you make it a tough day or stop Goff, that's cool. Are you also gonna stop Demo and Jahmyr Gibbs from running behind Penei Sewell? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they've got answers. I feel like the Lions have a good answer for everything you thought, because like it's so hard to, how many defenses realistically at a whim can be prepared to stop a team from running for over 200 yards and at the same time be equally prepared to stop a team from passing for 400 yards. Normally you got to pick your poison. You get 4 or 5 days realistically to prepare. So in 4 or 5 days, you can't equally be prepared to stop a 400-yard passer or equally prepared to stop 200-yard rushers. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's a hell of a strain on any defense that comes in there. And they the number one seed if they hold on to that. And you got to go to Detroit to do it. And you might have to go to Detroit to do it. Bro, that's a tall order. Not to say that it can't be done or they can't be beat, but it's a tall ass order. That's all I'm saying. It's a tall order. You know what I mean? Question there, what he say? He said the Browns beat the Steelers, Saints beat the Giants, Dolphins beat the Jets, Titans beat the Jaguars, Vikings beat Falcons. Okay, he's got some game predictions for him. You know what? Hey, NFL questionnaire, I appreciate you for getting us back on topic, man. We supposed to be going through these games today. We done wasted an hour, and we ain't even talked about none of these games today. I'm going to come back to this questionnaire. And matter of fact, hey, the rest of y'all as well, man, if you got some predictions, throw them in the chat for your dog, man. We're going to jump into these games. And hey, questionnaire, hold on to this because as I get to these games, I'll try to reference some of your predictions. I'll try to reference some of yours. Vikings are fake. Y'all see that today. Packers are too high. Steelers are no lower than 5. Ooh. And that's where I struggle with the Vikings as well, dog. They've definitely lost a lot of momentum. But honestly, the Vikings conversation, I think about kind of Keandre is like they're winning. They finding a way to win. They 11-2. And it doesn't look like I want it to look, but they are winning. They winning these games. And so I still didn't want to punish them for winning. And so I try to give them they kudos and they due respect. And then here's another thing as well, because the Vikings, the Vikings and the I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But to it, like when I evaluate the Vikings, one of the things I looked at was definitely just like my dog Keandre said, like everything else sounds good. Are you winning the games though? And the Vikings, they are winning the games. The Chiefs, they are winning the games. And so I still got to give them their credit. For sure. Questionnaire, he's got some more predictions. You got the Bills over the Chiefs, Chargers beat Chiefs, and the Bengals beat the Cowboys. Simpsons. Okay. Hey, question. I'm gonna come back to these. I'm gonna just catch up on this chat, and then we're gonna dive into this today's games, and we're gonna go through and predict them all. And so, man, get ready, man. I'm let me get my list up. Yeah, we're gonna come back to all those games for sure. Oh, hey man, you should have said something. You should have been said something, man. Big Nation business in the building. Come on, Steeler Nation. Come on, dog. Man, hey, man, you almost made me pause the show, man. I was ready to go get my TJ Watt jersey, man. Better go get my big TJ jersey. Come on, man. Hey, welcome home. You should have been said something. Come on, man. Somebody get my dog a drink, man. On me. On the house. Somebody pull bro up, man. Somebody pull my dog up, man. Let's go. Hey, man, let's get it. He said, by your logic, the Bills are the only team to beat us, so I don't know how you drop us lower than 4. Okay. No, okay. Oh, yeah, I was talking about some stuff earlier. I got you. And you know what and the only thing, Keandre, like, yeah, I dig what you're saying. Because like I said, you only got the one loss. And it was the big Josh, and the Bills for sure. Oh, Crickle fan E back in the building. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, big dog? Go ahead and get yourself real comfortable, man. What's up? He said Wharton and Big Purnell has a good rotation. No, I mean it's a solid body of guys, but don't none of them guys, none of those guys are studs. That's what I say. You got Chris Jones, stud, and then you got a solid group of guys behind him. But teams of, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but you know what I'm saying? When y'all talk about the Chiefs defense, like it's scary. Like, no, it's not scary. It's a very solid, capable unit. You probably got the best defensive coordinator in football for the last 5 years or so, Steve Spagnuolo, Spags. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got a lot going on. But if we just, you know what I'm saying, we just lining up fades, ain't nobody necessarily ducking smoke with anybody besides Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Let me see here. Hey, we at 59? Hey, one more to see. Hey, somebody tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Somebody tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm trying to catch up on these comments so we can get to these games. My dog Chop said I get both sides. You can't ignore the play so far. That's all I'm saying, Chop. That's all I'm saying. Right? With Chop's first line. That's all I'm saying. You can't ignore, like, why do we have to ignore what we've seen on film right now? We have to ignore the film because of his resume? No, bro. You can have both. That's all I'm saying. On the other side of the coin, as the playoffs started today, on the other side of the coin, most people since would not bet against the Chiefs. Yeah, because they didn't earn their respect. That's exactly what I'm saying, Chop. Like they've earned respect as the defending champ, 2-time defending champ. So yeah, you got respect. That's all. We still respect you, but what do our eyes tell us about right now? That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying. You still the champ, but we still see what you look like today, though. You know, that's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my dog Chop. My dog RTC said, "Would a slow start prevent the Rams from winning the NFC West?" I think so, and I thought the Cardinals were going to be in position to maybe take that division, but honestly, the Seahawks have kind of settled back down. They've stacked a couple wins. The Seahawks play the Cardinals today. They had a tough game with them just 2 weeks ago, and the Seahawks won that game in Seattle. Now Seattle goes to Arizona, and honestly, well, see, look, we need to get to these games because now I'm talking too much. This is my game of the week right now, RTC, for this reason, because I think when I look at all these games, like the Chargers and Chiefs would have been an easy one, the Sunday night game. Those are two, like bigger profile teams, but there isn't much. There's not much playoff implication in this game. And so, yeah, maybe the stars are a little bigger in that Chargers Chiefs game, but that game doesn't have as much weight on it. The game with the most weight on it today, in my opinion, is Seattle and Arizona because the division's at stake. If the Cardinals are going to have a chance to get back the division from the Seahawks, they got to win this one. They can't get swept by the Seahawks today. So that game today is my game of the week for that reason. It's the game that's got the most weight riding on it as far as the division goes. And so I'm with you there. But the Rams, I think, the Rams got injured as well. They got injured. They got beat up. Especially, like I said, Cooper Kupp missed a lot of time, or missed 4 games or so. Puka missed a handful of games as well. I think Kyron Williams might have got beat up sometime this season. So they have some injuries as well. That defense is young. You know what I mean? Now that defense is coming into its own though. I love Jared Verse. He was my edge one coming into this draft. I wasn't as high on Brandon Fisk, honestly, but he's starting to really turn it up, and he's coming to his own as well. I loved Cam Kitchens. Cam Kitchens was my safety one coming into this draft. I don't care what nobody say. I really liked Cam Kitchens out of Miami. He's made a couple big splash plays. He's got 2 pick sixes on the season. You know what I mean? So I really like that young defense, what they got going. Is it Byron Young, last year's draft pick? Him on the other side of Verse. I like that pairing. You know what I'm saying? They still got Kobe Turner. I liked him coming out of Wake Forest as well. So, and Kobe Turner last year playing next to Aaron Donald had 10 sacks. So I really like shout out to Les Snead, man. The boy don't miss because he's killing the draft. Like, they got some studs, man, especially on that deep. They rebuilt that defense in a season. Like, it's still coming together, but like all the pieces are there. Now, as they grow, gain experience, and think like that Rams defense is in position to you know what I'm saying, to maybe be a force here in 2-3 more seasons. You know what I'm saying? So I like what they did there. But yeah, I think the Rams are 2 games behind the Seahawks. If the Seahawks win today, they sweep the Cardinals. They go up 3 games on everybody in the division, I believe. And so I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if anybody's going to catch the Seahawks if they win today. I don't know if anybody's going to catch the Seahawks if they win today. Okay, question. They got some more predictions for me. Hold on. I'm trying to catch up in the chat, y'all. My fault. Y'all stay with. I'm trying to catch up in this chat. He said, we ain't talking bad about the Rams. We win this division. Hey, no, I just gave y'all some love, dog. Come on, man. I just gave y'all some love. But the quick, y'all, like he said, man, y'all started a little slow. But y'all 2 games behind the Seahawks. If the Seahawks win today, they sweep the Cardinals. And the Cardinals, I think, got the tiebreaker over y'all. So I don't know if the Seahawks win today, they go to what, 8-5? And I think the Rams, are y'all at 6-6? I think y'all at 6-6. So if the Seahawks win today, well, maybe not out of reach. I don't know. Now I need to see y'all. Now I need to see the schedules. But it feels like the Seahawks. It feels like the Seahawks are kind of settling in and and stacking some games now. Honestly, they stacking some wins. And like I said, they win today against the Cardinals. Man, that might close the door on the Cardinals and the Rams. He said y'all only a game back. I thought y'all 2 games back. I thought y'all 6-6. Ain't y'all 6-6? I thought y'all was 2 games back. Y'all 1 game back, that is a little different. I thought y'all was 2 games back though. Maybe I'm tripping. I thought y'all was 2 games back. All right, but hey, man, hey, I'm glad y'all all warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Feel like a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? You got to break a sweat in the locker room before you get to the ring. So I feel like everybody's nice and lathered up. You feel me? Now we're gonna get to some of these games, man. We're gonna get to some of these games. And matter of fact, I'm gonna probably go a little quicker on some of these because not all of these mean as much as some other ones. First one out the gate, man. Jacksonville on the road at Tennessee. Give me the Titans 24-17. 24-17 Titans. Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, of course, out with the concussion off the hit sustained last week. We know what's going on with that. Mac Jones stepped in and played well. Shit, they stepped in and made that a game against the Texans with Mac Jones. And so on the road to Tennessee, I am taking Tennessee. Will Levis, I wasn't a big Will Levis guy when he came into the league last year. Him going to the top of the second, I thought was where he should have went. So I think the value-wise, it was a good pick for Tennessee when you get him there, because people were talking about him going to the Colts at 3. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been wildly too high. But I like what they got going on there. That defense is quietly pretty stout. It's a stout or decent defense, especially with a soft opponent like Jacksonville, and you're at home. I expect Tennessee to get that done. Jets on the road in Miami. The Jets have turned their season in. I think Sauce is out today. Sauce is out. I want to say is Garrett Wilson out as well, and I think CJ Mosley's on IR. But there's been articles or talks that the Jets are about to just turn the season in, like they're gonna just like shut it down. And so like there or at least there's discussions that I read or seen somewhere that said they may just turn it in for the rest of this year. Go ahead, shut down A-Rod, shut down Garrett Wilson, shut down anybody of note because they ain't going nowhere. But be that as it may, man, I'm taking Miami. 27-20, Miami to get it done. Miami, and we were talking last week, if some of y'all was here last week, man, Miami, one of those teams. Man, who's the guy I met from last week from Miami, man? Or he was a Dolphins fan. Damn, I can't think of your name, homeboy, but he found the channel last week and he was asking about his Dolphins, man, if they got a chance to sneak in backdoor into the playoffs. And honestly, I don't think so because the AFC playoff race is too tight. Between the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Ravens, all those teams are going to win 10 plus games. Miami has to win all 5 of their remaining games to get to 10, and that still might not be enough. The Ravens are probably going to wind up somewhere around 11 or 12 wins. The Chargers and the Broncos both, I think, are already at 8, and so I would imagine both those teams finish somewhere around 11 wins or so. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's too little, too late for the Dolphins, man. Atlanta on the road at Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota in this one, 27-21. Now, this is Captain Kurt's first return back to Minnesota since, leaving there in the offseason. But Kurt's been struggling, man. Kurt's been struggling. And honestly, I think right now they're still leading the NFC South. I expect the Buccaneers to overtake them in the South, though, and end up winning that division. But Kurt, man, East Atlanta Kurt, I don't know what happened to Flintwood Kurt, man. Things ain't been the same for gangsters, man. Whatever they say, I don't know what's going on, but Kurt's not necessarily playing his best ball at all. And that Minnesota defense is, I really like what they got going on with Brian Flores. My dog Chop in the building, man. Me and my dog Chop, we were big supporters of Brian Flores, man, and can't wait to see him sitting in the head coach chair again. But I think Flores in that defense probably end up getting to Kurt more than a few times in this game. But I'm going Minnesota 27-21. Hold on. Oh, my fault. I forgot about y'all in the chat. Hold on. I got a couple predictions from my dog. NFL questionnaire, man. He's got the Titans also with a dub today, 26-12. Okay. He's got the Dolphins with a win. Oh, a close game with the Dolphins and the Jets, 13-10. I don't think the Jets have anything to play for, man. They're not motivated. That team has past imploded. Nobody wants to be there in that building. Nobody wants to play for Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? The Dolphins, I mean, they're not a juggernaut, but I think they still, I think they realize they have a backdoor. They've got a backdoor chance. If we win out, we give ourselves a chance. If they lose one, it's over. So I think the Dolphins still do have a little meat on their bone. The Jets season feel like it's been over 2-3 weeks now. And so I'd be surprised to see the game be this close. But he does have the Dolphins winning. Okay. Then he's got the Vikings in a close one as well. Okay, 23-20 in another close game. If Kirk Cousins snaps out of it, or maybe Kirk gets back to Minnesota and feels away, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he snaps out of it, or pulls a Jerry Jeudy and just goes crazy. You know what I mean? So maybe that can happen. But from what we've seen from Kirk Cousins this last month or so of football, man, I don't have much confidence. But I'm taking Minnesota myself as well, 27-21. Moving on, man. New Orleans on the road at the Giants. That's probably a good enough toilet bowl for us, I think. Nobody's necessarily excited to see either of these teams play. I'm going New Orleans to win this one, though, 28-13. Shout out to MVS, man. Shout out to MVS, not to be confused with CVS. But shout out to MVS for getting the long ball back in play with Derek Carr. He's good for what? So he's only going to catch between 2 and 4 passes a game. But one of those could go anywhere from 40 yards to 70 yards. You know what I'm saying? And that could be the difference in the game. You know what I mean? So, but I do think the Saints win this one. The Giants are playing for Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? The Giants are playing for a top 2 spot. And so there's not going to be much resistance at all. And so I definitely think they get out there with the dub. I went 28-13. NFL question here, got to score 35-6. Ooh, full-fledged ass whooping. Full-fledged ass whooping. And honestly, this wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all, man. Like I said, the Giants can't wait to get to the offseason to decide if they want to bring back Brian Daboll and decide which quarterback they're going to bring in that building and try not to ruin his career. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens there. Carolina on the road at Philly. Now, Carolina's actually been playing some competitive ball, man. Bryce Young had to get set down. And maybe my dog Chop in the building, man. Shout out to my dog Chop. My dog Chop a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, he said, "Hey man, don't y'all give up on Bryce Young." He said, "Don't y'all give up on Bryce Young." Bryce had to sit down for 2-3 weeks. He had to watch Andy Dalton go out there and go on the road to beat the Raiders. That was still a terrific win. And then had to watch Andy Dalton and the rest of the team come back down to earth. You know what I'm saying? They lose 3 in a row. Andy gets in a car crash. Bryce comes back, and now Bryce is putting it together. Now he's showing the things that made him special at Alabama. He's already 5'9", 160 pounds, but you gotta, okay, so where was the magic? Well, now it's coming back. They took the Chiefs to the ringer. You know what I mean? Patty had to have a 30-yard twinkle toe down the left sideline to get in the field goal range. They get out of there with that dub, 30-27 as time expires. So Carolina's playing competent, competitive football again, but you going to Philly, the juggernaut that is the Eagles. I'm going 30-20 Philly, but I wonder how interesting Carolina can make this game is the thing I'm looking for here. My dog Chop, man, what he said. Yeah, hey, he said, yeah, Bryce Young, hey, let him keep learning, and he gonna be all right. Hey, yeah, like I said, I had to give my dog his credit, man. I had to give my dog his credit. He definitely didn't bail on Bryce Young, man. He definitely didn't. But I've got Philly getting it done. Like I said, the biggest thing for me is I want to see if Carolina could continue to be very competitive with these established, very like high level opposition. You know what I mean? Going to the wire with the Chiefs, and now you got to go on the road to Philly. Let's see how you look. Now, hey, shout out to my dog NFL questionnaire. You know what time it is, man. It's time for the guys, man. Still a nation, man. Big nation business in the building, man. Come on, man. Cleveland on the road at Pittsburgh, and we getting this one back. Yeah, we getting this one back. I played around this score, man. It started out, it was going to be a lot to a little. A lot to the little could be 35-3. Could have been 42-7. You know what I'm saying? Could have been 28-6. But at the end of the day, I calmed myself down. I said, no, let me really think about it. I definitely think we're going to score some points. I think even in that first game, we were a little over aggressive. Honestly, I think there was a couple fourth downs we went for it that we just didn't have to. Gave Cleveland short fields, and then shout out to Jameis. He made plays in the snow, man. He played one of the better games we've seen Jameis play in the last handful of years. But be that as it may, man, I think Pittsburgh comes back. I think we really get it back in blood today, man. I think we win. I've got us going 30-17. I'll give Jameis a touchdown or two. Between Jameis getting one, Chubb maybe getting another, Jameis maybe getting two. You know what I mean? I'll give him that. You know what I mean? We know if anything, James can move the ball. He might throw it to the other team, but he's gonna throw it up the field as well. But 30-17 is where I end up landing, man. Pittsburgh getting back on the right track. Questionnaire said he's got this one 27-18. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I definitely think I definitely expect us to win. But yeah, we should get this one back. Moving on, man. Las Vegas on the road at Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay getting this done 27-19. And Tampa Bay, I think Tampa Bay wins today. The Falcons lose today. And I think that gives the division back to the Buccaneers. But I think the Buccaneers finish out and take that division from the Falcons. And then I've been saying it for a few weeks now. Baker's going to win this division. Baker's going to have a wild card weekend home playoff game, and he's going to win it 2 years in a row. I've been calling that shot for 2-3 weeks. Because the 5 seed, it'll be the 4 seed versus the 5 seed in Tampa Bay. The likely 5 seed is going to be who? The Vikings? You going to tell me that Sam Darnold can't beat, or that Baker Mayfield can't beat Sam Darnold's Vikings in Tampa Bay wild card weekend? Shit. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Now, it could be the Packers. Now, the Packers worry me a little bit. But if you telling me that Baker has a chance to win this division, get a home wild card playoff game, and that he may play a team like the Vikings week 1, shit. Hey, man, Baker finna get something going, man. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. NFL questionnaire say he's also taking Bucks in this one, man. He's got him 21-14. 21-14, okay. We're on the same page. Now, here, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but this is my game of the week. It's not necessarily the most exciting game. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have the biggest name stars, but this game, I think, is it's the heaviest weighted game, divisional game that we've got. Because this is the division. I really think if Seattle wins this game, I think they really close the door. I think they close the door on the Cardinals in this division for sure. Now, my dog Chop said that the Rams are only 1 game back instead of 2. So that does change it a little bit because I thought they were 2 games up on the Rams. And so I thought that if they win this one, they sweep the Cardinals, and then they're already 2 games up on the Rams. And so, they would push that. So I was thinking that this would kind of maybe all but seal the division for the Seahawks. But that may not be the case. And I went back and forth on this one, man. I wanted to take the Cardinals. And then also, I think Kenneth Walker III, he's out this game. He is out this game, but they got Zach Charbonnet. And Zach Charbonnet, now he's not as explosive, of course, as Kenneth Walker III, but he's a very capable back. Zach Charbonnet is probably very similar to James Conner, honestly. I'm just thinking on top of my head right now. Because he's a capable power back, right? He's you know what I'm saying? He's a load, B gap to B gap. You know what I mean? Like he's just a solid power-based running back. And so Zach Charbonnet and James Conner are similar to me in that way. I think James Conner is probably a better receiver. James Conner is an underrated receiving back for sure. So Charbonnet probably doesn't have the chops there just yet, maybe not. But either still, man, I think Seattle's playing. They found a way to. That defense has picked it back up. Leonard Williams had a 90-yard interception against the Jets just last week. Big ass Leonard Williams, all 310 pounds, went 90 yards, pick 6. Y'all ain't gonna tell me the Jets ain't ready for this season to be over. But yeah, be that as it may, man. I think I did go with the Seahawks. I think they're just playing the hotter team. The Cardinals had a tough loss last week, 1-point loss on the road against the Vikings. Kyler threw 2 interceptions in that game. They still lost by 1 on the road in Minnesota. So the Cardinals aren't laying down, and they are at home. This one does feel like a must-win for the Cardinals. Damn, hold on. Damn, y'all. See what I just did? Now y'all trying to talk me back into the Cardinals. Because there's one thing y'all done heard. Some of y'all OGs, man, if y'all been around here long enough, y'all have probably heard me say this, and I ain't said it in a while, but it applies now. Hungry man and starving man. Seahawks hungry. I don't think they content. They ain't settled. They hungry. You know what I mean? They eager. They hungry. Cardinals are starving, man. Because this is it for the Cardinals. Cardinals lose this game, I think the division's over. Realistically, I think the division's over, which means no playoffs. And so they starving, man. They starving. So if it's a fight to the death between a hungry man and a starving man, normally got to go with the starving man. He wants some more. Period, man. He wants some more. He wants some more, man. He wants some more. I don't know. Now I got to think. Damn. What? Let me see. What y'all got? Questionnaire says he's going Cardinals 17-10. See, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm talking myself into these Cardinals as well, man. I think they season's on the line right now, and they are at home. Questionnaire said he got to check his fantasy team. Okay. Oh, you got Kenneth Walker on your team. Yeah, Kenneth Walker's out. As far as I know, Kenneth Walker's out today. Cardinals 17-10. Damn. All right, I'm gonna leave it where it's at. I'm gonna leave it where it's at for right now. But like I said, if the Cardinals win this one, I'm not gonna be surprised. Like I said, I think their season's riding on this game. And then if you're Seattle, I think Seattle needs this game to just kind of prove to themselves, like, nah, man, like we're a dark horse contender. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to prove to them, they can use this game to prove to themselves. They're like, nah, we here. This our division. We going to the playoffs. And just like I said about Tampa Bay, who's to say the Vikings or who's to say the Seahawks can't win a home game wild card weekend against the Vikings in their building? You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave it where it's at for now, man. But I think this is a toss-up game. I think this is gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good competitive game, man. I think both these teams have a lot riding on this game, and that's why it's my game of the week. Next, man, Buffalo on the road at Los Angeles, man. I'm going Big Josh now. Big Josh, Buffalo now 28-21. Now going from East Coast, cold, icy, snowy New York, all the way to the West Coast to the perfect climate of the Rams Dome on the West Coast, that 3-hour time difference. All those things I think kind of come into play, or at least in my mind, man. Maybe I put too much on that sometimes, but it's not as difficult going from east to west as it is west to east. But I do think there's a chance that, the Rams at home, my dog Chop said they still in the division. I don't know why I thought they were 2 games behind the Seahawks. But no, so if they still just a game back, I mean, they need this game as well to keep pace, to keep their own playoff hopes alive. And so, big game for them. They've got to do it against a tough opponent. Big Josh and those Bills. I've got Big Josh and the Bills getting it done 28-21. Matt Milano just came back off of IR, defensive leader for the Bills. They brought back Micah Hyde this week as well, I just saw. So, they just brought him back to the roster. You know what I mean? That defense they've been pretty solid. Yeah, no, they've been pretty good. I want to say I think the Bills are like a top 5 scoring defense in the league, if I'm not mistaken. And then Big Josh, and this is the thing. Big Josh is getting the most MVP consideration that he's got in a while, and this is probably his most pedestrian year. He hasn't been outstanding, or no, not that he hasn't played bad at all. He's played good, but he hasn't played like extraordinary. That's what I want to say. Josh Allen, for all the stuff y'all gave, all the crap y'all gave me over the years about Josh Allen. Josh Allen's been probably one of the most consistent guys, one of the most consistent performers at the position all year long. All year long, man. But I think Buffalo and Big Josh gets it done on the road, 28-21. Hold on, my comments is going off. Let me see what we got. Questionnaire said he's taking the Bills in a close one, 20-17. My dog Chop, he said he got this as an upset alert. The Rams in that defensive line couldn't to play. Puka and Cup go crazy. Conrad gets 100 and score as well. Ooh-wee. What's the score, though, Chop? Give me a score. He said that Rams defensive line. Let me think about that. And you know what, y'all got to... Hey, Chop, while you getting me a score, give me 1 second, y'all. I got to step away for 30 seconds. Hold on. Oh, all right, there we go. Excuse me. Hey, perfect time. My dog Chop just gave me a score as well. Ooh, 31-30, shootout. He's got the Rams winning a shootout at home, 31-30 against the Bills. Ooh-wee. I ain't mad at it. I ain't gonna lie, man. Quiet as kept. Because my Steelers, we still got the Chiefs on our schedule. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs drop a game. Chiefs drop another game or two. You know what I mean? The Bills drop a game. Who knows, man? Maybe my Steelers win out. Maybe we somehow back into that number one seed. Who knows? I don't know. Stranger things have happened. I'm just saying. Moving on, man. Chicago on the road against Cincinnati. Hold on, I don't like how that looks lowercase. There we go. Chicago on the road against San Francisco. I've got Chicago winning this one, man. 23-21. The Niners are super beat up. Trent Williams, and man, this is crazy too, man. Shout out to Trent Williams and also is it Tre'Davious Ward, I believe. I think both of them had newborn infants die or lose, pass away within these last like couple weeks. So I think Tre'Davious Ward lost his newborn daughter, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. And Trent Williams lost his newborn son just last week. So man, prayers and condolences, man. That's an unbelievable type of pain, man. I can't even understand that pain. I don't have my own children, you know what I'm saying? But that's got to be devastating, not the word. Heartbreak is not the word, man. So prayers and condolences out there to y'all, man, dealing with that. So that's just a rough one, man. But be that as it may, Niners at home. Niners this year, everything that could have went wrong for the Niners this year. We've talked about it several times on this channel. But be that as it may, man, the Bears, I think, are playing they've got a spark. They got rid of Eberflus finally. Thomas Brown, their passing game coordinator turned offensive coordinator turned now interim head coach. He's really got something going, got something cooking with Caleb Williams. Caleb is turning back into the guy, or he's showing us flashes and glimpses again of the things that made him so special coming out of USC. And so I like what they're doing offensively there. And then that Bears defense is pretty stout as well. That Bears defense is pretty stout. And like I said, combine that with just a San Francisco team that just looks like they just ran out of gas, man. I think for 5 years, the Niners have been in championship contention just year over year over year, it feels like. And then they they just lost championship game against the Chiefs. I mean, so like they were finally due for just to come back down, to kind of reset. You know what I mean? They were due for a reset, and I think that's what's happening this year. And I think Chicago finds a way to get this done on the road. I'm going 23-21 Bears. Questionnaires got one for me, man. He said he's got the Bears in a very low scoring affair. Very low scoring affair, 10-7. Okay. What's Chop talking about? What are you talking about? Everybody's MVP Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. What? Chop, you got to get. Maybe let me go back in the comment. Maybe I missed a comment. Questionnaires got a question for me. Questionnaires got a question for me. Y'all see what just happened there? It was an accident too. Say if you can make the schedule, where would you schedule these 3 games based off of the 3 primetime slots? Okay, let me think about it. So Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Chargers, Broncos, Vikings, Packers, Seahawks, Rams. Seahawks, Rams are going on Thursday because it's the week. I think it's the weakest of these pairings that you've given me. Still a competitive division game, but I still would say it ranks the weakest. So they're going on Thursday. And then you got Chargers, Broncos, Vikings, Packers. Which one of these games is going to be the standing? Oh, I'm putting the Packers on Monday night. Vikings, Packers going on Monday night, so Chargers, Broncos on Sunday night. It's how I would do that. That's how I would do that. Yeah. That's probably where I would go with that one. That's an interesting question, man. I haven't been asked that type of question before, but that's how I would rank those 3. Where is we at? Oh, here we go. Sunday night game, man. Sunday night, Chargers at Kansas City. And I'm not gonna lie. I do smell a little bit of an upset. I'm not gonna lie, man. I do smell a little bit of an upset in this Sunday night game. I do. I don't know what it is. When I see this game, the first thing in my mind is Patrick Mahomes versus Justin Herbert. I'm taking Patty 100 times out of 100. You know what I mean? But then I like how that Chargers outside of a couple games this year where that Chargers defense has when they went against legitimate offensive people have scored some points on them, namely the Ravens and the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? And those games have been what 2 out of the last 3 games they've played. But what helps the Chargers in this one is that the Chiefs aren't an offensive juggernaut. And so I think the Chargers defense what am I trying to say? Schematically, I think they match up well against this Chiefs offense. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, I can't even talk. But that's what I'm trying to think. I think the Chargers defense matches up well against the Chiefs offense. I really do. Because let's say Kansas City, Isaiah Pacheco, he's coming back from injury, right? Kareem Hunt, he's finally kind of wore down. Those legs were he had them fresh legs in the first 3-4 games they brought him back, but he's definitely worn down. And is he out? Is he on injury report? Is he out this week, or is he just banged up a little bit? But be that as it may, that run game is still, it's Pacheco's working himself back. Kareem Hunt, I'm not quite sure his status, but the run game, be that as it may, has slowed down a little bit. Patty and Xavier Worthy just haven't been able to get on the same page all year, man. They just haven't. And honestly, like let's say in that what was the last game that the Chiefs just escaped? The Raiders game. Was that just the Raiders game? Yeah. Patty had a chance he missed wide open Xavier Worthy. It should have been a 40-yard dagger. Xavier Worthy's got 3 steps on the defender, and Patty just can't hit him. Like, hey, Keandre, you in here, man. What's going on with Patty and Xavier Worthy, dog? They just can't get on the same page. And if you're telling me that I don't know, they just can't get on the same page, and that's what really worries me. Because I think they'll need some type. I think Kansas City's gonna need to stretch the field a little bit to keep the Chargers honest. And if you can't stretch the field a little bit, then that Chargers defense, that front seven, you know what I mean? I think they can make the game, like they can make the game real tough on the inside. And so that's what worries me. Now on the other side, the offenses are, neither one of them are special. You know what I mean? Now I trust Patty. I still have more confidence in Patrick Mahomes than I do in Justin Herbert. That for sure. I have more confidence that way. But honestly, man, I think Ladd McConkey is playing. He's probably playing the best out of any receiver in this game. Ladd McConkey's playing better than DeAndre Hopkins and Juju right now. So honestly, if when I look at it that way, I say, okay, well, the running games are both, okay. Now J.K. Dobbins is on IR, but Gus Edwards, they're gonna accomplish much the same that they would. They don't have the long speed or explosiveness of J.K. Dobbins, but man, they'll grind it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a hardball team. He'll run 40 times to a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think they'll do that. I like what Ladd McConkey's been able to do. Shout out to Isaiah. Isaiah, where you at? I mean, give me your Chargers. You see this, Isaiah? This is what I'm talking about, Isaiah. I pick your Chargers. I pick your Chargers over Patty. I'm giving your boy Ladd McConkey some love. And you don't even wake your ass up this morning, dog. What's up? But no, I'm not gonna lie, man. This one has the smell of upset for me. This one does, man. I think it feels like the Chiefs have been dancing on a real fine line, man. It really feels like the Chiefs been playing it really close to the line. And I think this is the one that maybe this was too much, man. I don't know why. Don't listen to me. Now, if Patty goes out there and blows out Justin Herbert and these Chargers, and they win this game 30-7, I'll just have to eat it, which could happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna it could, but I went ahead and went with the close upset, 24-23 Chargers, and I really think the difference could be if Patty and like downfield passing is really what I think worries me in this one. Downfield passing, or the lack of a legitimate downfield passing attacks from Kansas City thus far, and with that Chargers defense being as stingy as it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what worries me in this one, and that's why I kind of went that way with the upset. Question is, he's taking the Chargers to win 30-27 in overtime. Ooh, see, I don't like that, because that means we're going to have to trust and depend on Justin Herbert to get it done in overtime. if Justin Herbert has to do any heavy lifting, more times than not, that's a loss. Like more times than if Justin Herbert's got to do the heavy lifting, it's a loss. So that's what worries me. If you tell me they go to overtime, then they win by field goal in overtime, that means Justin had the defense had to stop Patty in overtime, which is no small feat. So that means they had to either stop Patty in overtime or the Chargers went and got a field goal. And no, they had to stop Patty in overtime then because the field goal ain't going to win. So you had to get a stop against Patty in overtime in Kansas City. I don't see that happening. If you go to overtime in Kansas City, that's a loss. I think that's a loss, especially for the Chargers. That's a loss. I think they gotta win this game. They gotta win in regulation, but I do think they win. If they go to overtime and win, I'd be very surprised about that. RTC said he's appreciating the Chargers support. My dog Keandre said he's going KC 28-23. And you know what, Keandre? But one of the score, like I went back and forth on this game, honestly. I went back and forth between Kansas City. No, I don't think I gave anybody 28 points. I think I had Kansas City 24-20, or I had Chargers 24-23. And I went back and forth. And then, like I said, when I kind of talked myself through this game, I end up going with the Chargers. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this type of score, 28-23. I wouldn't be surprised. What Keandre said, he said, Worthy just has to space the field so the tight ends, the D-Hop can work 13 and 13 and in. I mean, well, yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like all that's well and good because that's what Tyreek did. But like the middle opens up. You got to hit one of those though. Like you got to hit one. You got to hit one to keep the defense honest to leave that space for the middle of the field to be open. And that's what's been going on is like they ain't been able to hit them as frequently enough. And that's what's worrying me. You know what I'm saying? Because if the best thing that can happen for Kansas City, take them up top early. If I'm Kansas City, honestly, that's what I want. I want to take them up top early. We gotta hit a big one to Xavier Worthy in the first quarter. That would be my goal if I'm Andy Reid in that Chiefs offense. We got to hit Xavier Worthy on a big one early. In the first quarter, I don't want to leave the first quarter without a 40-yard completion to Xavier Worthy. Because now we put that on their mind. Just like Keandre saying. Now that that's a threat, like, oh, snap. Patty's hitting the long ball today. Now we got to play it honest. Because if they not, and then you let them crowd that middle of the field, you let them crowd that space between 8 and 15 yards. If we put all the bodies there because you ain't hitting the long ball, well, now D-Hop and Juju and Kelsey and your boy Noah Gray, all those guys are congested. You know what I'm saying? So you got to hit one of those to make that a thing. Question is, if you could schedule, 3 more games in the primetime slots, Ravens, Steelers, Bills, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings. Ooh-wee. 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 Okay. I go Lions, Vikings Thursday. Honestly. Sunday night, I'm going Ravens, Steelers. Best rivalry in football is not up for debate or discussion. I'm going Ravens, Steelers Sunday night. And then Bills, Chiefs Monday night. I love that. I love that lineup. Shit, I love that lineup. Yeah. Lions, Vikings Thursday. Ravens and Steelers Sunday night. And then Monday night prime time rematch between Big Josh and Chiefs and Patty. Yeah. That's how that one shakes out for your dog. Bless you. My dog NFL questioner said, do you see Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku before the game? They doing fashion kind of things where they dress up before. I have not noticed that. Well, I haven't seen Jerry Jeudy. Now, David Njoku, he be having some wild outfits on, man. Like he's like David Njoku dresses like he's in the NBA. Like when y'all see the NBA players like Kyle Kuzma, man, Debo Samuels be on that type of time as well, bro. Like they be wearing some wild shit, man. They might be like Debo Samuels be wearing like leather biker shorts to the stadium with like Michael Jackson's Thriller jacket on, just extra. And Njoku be on that type of time as well. I haven't seen Jerry Jeudy though. I'm going to check him out. And then okay, yeah, that was the question I already answered. Okay, here we go. But that's where I'm going Sunday night, man. I think that's gonna be a damn good game. It was almost game of the week, but then I was like, man, Kansas City's in firm control of this division. So win or loss just doesn't weigh as much for Kansas City. But that Seattle and Arizona game, man, I think there's real live playoff and division implications in that game. That's why I had it as the game of the week over this Chargers Chiefs game. And then rounding it out, man, Monday night, we got Cincinnati on the road at Dallas. I'm going Cincinnati in this one, 31-27. I think both of these teams should be able to move and score the ball. Even with Cooper Rush, they found a way to still put up some points. They moved the ball against the Commanders. They moved the ball decent enough against the Giants. Cincinnati's defense is just as bad or isn't much better at all than those two defenses. And so I still expect them to move the ball up and down. But I think Cincinnati should win this shootout. You know what I mean? They should get back on track or at least get in the winning column here Monday night. Man, that's Monday night. I should have went to that game. Because these Cowboys tickets these Cowboys tickets is looking awfully reasonable this time of year. I told you I went to that Thanksgiving game where the Cowboys played the Giants. Shit, I might have to look and see how much they want to see Joe Burrow and the gang in action, man. I might go see Joe Burrow Monday night. I'll let y'all know. I might go see Joe Burrow and them on Monday night, man. See what Dallas and these Cowboy tickets talk about. They trying to get these hoes away. They might be trying to give them away. NFL questionnaire said he's got Bengals winning this one 20-7. Yeah, I said, I mean, well, 7, because that Bengals defense, boy, is awful charitable. I know it's the Christmas giving season, but boy, that Bengals defense is awful charitable for sure. And honestly, Cooper Rush, he can find the end zone. I mean, he can find the end zone a time or two. And then 20, I think the Bengals, I would expect the Bengals to score more than 20 points. Win, lose, or a draw, I would think the Bengals probably score closer to 30 than they do to 20. But yeah, Bengals in a win in this one. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that at all. Well, I'm looking to make sure we didn't miss one. But nah. As far as I can tell, I think that's it. That's all. As far as I can tell, I think that's it. That's all, man. Hey, shout out to the members in the building, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all this morning. It's about what? It's 11:40. We got about 20 minutes to kick off. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got 20 minutes to get yourselves in order. But before we get out of here, y'all know we got to do that real member roll call now, man. Let me shout out to all the members that came through the building today, man. First one in the building was my dog, man, Texas Mapping. What's up with you, big dog? Appreciate you as always, man. My dog Keandre was in this thing holding it down, man. Shout out to my dog, man. Hey, live lit and popping. He know what's going on, man. Sis was in the building. Good morning to the good people. Appreciate you as always, man. Shout out to my dog Chop holding it down, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Man, who was in this thing? I'm looking for you. My dog, Terrible Time Walker. Holding it down for those Houston Texans. He was definitely in the building this morning, man. Appreciate your homeboy. Hey, I'm looking for y'all, man. My dog RTC in the building, man. Holding it down for those Chargers. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm looking for you. Hold on. Where's my new guy? Oh, Mondoose is in the building this morning as well. Big Nation Business in the building. Come on now. You know what's going on. Appreciate you, lady. Let's see. I'm looking for y'all. Man, hey man, Ken Folks in the building today, man. Shout out to David Lee, man. Appreciate you. He came in and cut me deep. Right to my still heart. But it's all good. I ain't mad at you. Appreciate you. I'm glad you came through and hollered at your nephew. See who else is in this thing. I'm looking for you. I'm looking. Man, can't forget, man. My dog Miles in the building. For sure, as always. Appreciate you, man. Let's go. NFL questionnaire. That's who it was. I was like, hold on, man. I know we had a new face today. NFL questionnaire. Hey, appreciate your homeboy. Oh, and you part of that nation too, boy. Come on, man. You part of that nation too. Big Nation Business in the building, man. Come on, man. You know what's going on? Still a nation in the building. Come on, man. It's always a treat when players meet. Come on, man. It's always a treat when players meet. Welcome home, my boy. Welcome home. You feel me? Come on, man. Oh, hey, man, hold on. I almost missed you too, man. My dog, man. Hey, Crickle fan. Crickle fan came back in the building. Holla at your dog, man. Appreciate your homeboy. And I'm looking for the rest of y'all, man. Damn. Y'all know what time it is. We say the same thing every week. Feel free to say it with me at home. If I forgot to say your name, damn, my bad. But charge it to my head and don't charge it to my heart. You know I'm thinking about you, big dog. Appreciate all this love support as always, man. Appreciate all the engagement in the chat, man. That's what makes it so fun, man. Like when y'all in here, man, y'all fired up, y'all got energy, man. We in the chat. We can have fun, friendly debate, man. Nice back and forth, man. Competition, get the competition juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do it for, man. I do it for these moments right here, dog. Just getting in here talking ball with all the dogs, man. So that's what really makes it fun for me. I hope y'all appreciate it and have fun and enjoy yourselves as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't forget, we will be back Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We'll go over all these games, man. Where it really was right, where it really was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I did something wrong. Y'all let me know about it Wednesday. I'm going to take mine on the chin, though. I ain't going to run from you. I ain't going to dodge no smoke. I'm going to take all mine on the chin, man. So y'all tap in with your boy Wednesday at 7 o'clock, man. We'll do it all again, have some more fun. But other than that, man, y'all know what time it is, man. It's 11:45. Y'all got 15 minutes. Y'all know what time it is, man. Tell the wife, tell the kids, find something to do to get out your way. You find your favorite spot on your favorite couch. You get your favorite adult beverage in your favorite hand. You turn your favorite team on your favorite TV, and you sit down, you enjoy yourself, you have fun, you be safe. Tap back in with your dog on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And until then, y'all be smooth. Peace.